earner. He is a future senior director. He is also a member of the ELC and our fearless leader. Without no further ado, Executive Director, Mr. Erik Robinson. Talk to us, sir.
Wow, thank you, Mr. Keisha Carr, for that wonderful, amazing introduction. Can we clap it up for T. Keisha Carr? Filling in for Uncle Jock. Didn't she do an amazing job with the pass the ball? Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, you're on it, lady. You're on it.
Yep.
Yes. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say thank y'all. We got a call for y'all today. I'm telling you, this might be some of y'all driving. Y'all going really right now. Y'all just need to pray the Rita can do this recap because this is going to be one for the books. Rita, are you ready? All right, y'all.
I'm ready.
She was born ready.
She was born ready. I love the sound of that. Here's the thing. Have you ever wondered if you're in the right place at the right time? A lot of us sometimes wondering, are you in the right place at the right time? And do you know if you truly are in the right place at the right time? Well, guess what? I got something for y'all. But before we do, I want to touch on something. Before I get into that, I want to touch on some things I heard. You know, I heard Naja talk about that referral program. I don't have a big network, but he has a big network. See, has anybody ever heard of a small company called Facebook? Remember y'all they used to call it was a social network. It was they never called social media. They went from social network to a social media. See, Mark Zuckerberg became a billionaire, right? Gazillionaire, what do you want to call it? Creating this jumbo social network in his dorm, right? And what was it? It was tapping into the network of, initially started tapping into the network of some of the Ivy League schools, right? It was the Ivy League school list, the Harvard list, so we can Facebook, so we can see the person's face, so we can kind of hook up. And then a guy named Sean Parker, who was the guy who started Napster, came and said, listen, here's the thing, Mark, look, I can take you to another level. And what he did was gave him the software that allowed them to connect to other people's networks. And that software really catapulted Facebook. So what it did is said, hey, I don't know if y'all remember back in the day when you joined Facebook in the beginning, it said, hey, guess what? Let other people, by a click of a button, boom, you can send an email out to other people to let them know that you're now on Facebook to connect. Are y'all with me? See, Mark realized that his network had a network that had a network, but he understood that was the power of networking. So Najee, when you say I have a small network, but he got a big network. No, see, I need y'all to think of your network beyond yourself. That's what network is. Are y'all with me? Network is not the direct connection from A to B. Network is a connection from A to B to C to D to E to F to G. And the people who make a lot of money understand that, especially people in network marketing. Derek said, I'm reaching down. I'm talking to some of the people in my organization. I worked a lot with Nancy. Derek did not know Nancy, but Derek understood the power of network. Ooh, Takesha said, your network is your net worth. See, some of y'all don't know what your network is. You think your connection. Understand something. Your network and connections are two different things. Your connections are the things you're connected to, the people I know. This connected to this. Boom. That's my connection. Derek had a connection to, say, Jacqueline. Jacqueline had a connection to Nancy and Julian. But Nancy and Julian was part of Derek's network because he was connected to Jacqueline. Are y'all with me? And he just said they got 18 licensed agents that's now part of his network. But guess what? They was always in his network. He just didn't know how to get connected to them. Ooh, I'm let some of y'all, I'm let that sizzle. See, some of y'all are making new connections, which is true. But some of y'all have a network already, but you think you don't realize it because you're only looking at them through the connection that you have. Your connection and your network are two different things, ladies and gentlemen. And when you start really fully understand that, you really start to now work your network. See, some of us don't work our networks because, like, I don't know them. But you know Bob. Yeah, Bob, that's Bob's connection. They're in your network. There's people in your network that you're not connected to. but they're still in your network. Hmm. See, I know Jock knows a lot of people. He's an entertainer. So those people that he know, I'm connected to him. So those people are still in my network. I may have to go through a connection to get there, but I understand that's in my network. See, there's the thing, 6 degrees of separation, right? In 6 degrees, somebody knows somebody who knows somebody knows somebody knows somebody. I didn't know Troy, but Troy said my wife is a senator. So then guess what? She's in my network. So if there's something I need, I know how to get to Troy, but I got to Troy through my network through Aurelio. Aurelio was connected. I was connected to Aurelio. Aurelio is connected to Troy. See, I didn't have a direct connection, but they're in my network. Are y'all with me? See, when you start really, the great ones, the ones who make a lot of money, they have mastered their network. And as Takesha said, your network is your net worth. And Uncle Jock, that's why tap rooting is so important. What do you mean by tap rooting? It's going through the connection, through the connection, through the connection, through the connection, through the connections. See, some of us like, I don't know nobody. You know somebody. You got a co-worker. You ever been locked up, been arrested? I don't know, a police officer, I don't know, mailman, postman, somebody sitting somewhere. You know somebody. And they may know somebody. Are y'all with me? See, you're thinking I'm not connected to a lot of people. You go to church? Yeah, I know nobody. You go to church? Yeah, you know the pastor, but kind of, sort of. Well, guess what? There's somebody that sits in the pew who may know the pastor. There's somebody in that church who knows the pastor then. And that pastor probably knows another pastor. So you got an extensive network. You just don't know how to use it. Ooh, that's a whole nother training. That's a whole nother training, how to utilize your network. Should I teach you on that? Type in yes in the comments in the chat. If you really want me to show y'all how to master your network, because some of y'all are sitting on a $1 million gold mine because you don't know how to master your network. You keep thinking who you're connected to. Do not confuse your connection, the initial touch with your network. Are y'all catching that? All right, yeah, I'm a trainer that probably tomorrow. So maybe tomorrow, either here live or maybe in the office. I think I may need the whiteboard for that. So I think maybe in the office tomorrow. That's what we're going to do. Talk. I'm gonna make a note of that. Somebody make a note. Tuesday in the office. Tuesday live in the office, which is Tuesday 12 p.m. until I should say 1 o'clock, but Jock says say until. So Tuesday in the office. That's what we're going to talk about. How to utilize and master your network. See, I'm a professional networker. I may not, I think I'm pretty good at connecting, but I'm really better at networking. So when I connect, how do I get to the next person? How do I connect with the next person? See, then you got to start making connections inside of your network. Oh, that's a whole nother training. Eric, stick to the script. Stick to the script. Y'all ain't ready. Whoo! But I just want you to understand something, Najin. When you talk about, he has a big network. No, you have a big network because you knew him. He may be connected to more people than you are, but if you're connected to him, you got that network. You just got to learn how to use it. Are y'all with me? Yes or yes?
Yes.
Woo. So I want to talk about, I said talk about the opportunity. So today, I really want to talk about the opportunity that we have. And Stephen Short started talking about this with this ethos. I don't know if y'all understand. Y'all, ethos is a game changer. We may talk on that. I may talk on that tonight at the team huddle. So come to the team huddle. Let me make a note on that. Team huddle. Tonight, 7 p.m. Team huddle. 7 p.m. is experienlife.com for our team. There's a lot of people watching. Some of y'all watching on the YouTube world. And so this is for people at our USAX organization because we got a lot of people who tune in from outside our organization. I don't want to step on anybody's toes because some of y'all got other things that your team does. But on our team huddle, we will be talking about that ethos tonight. Are y'all with me? And if you're not already signed, subscribed, you want to go on your back office, Experience Agents, and click on get the ethos link. Just go to contracting. If you're contracted, if you're licensed, go to contracting, look up ethos. I don't know the extra steps. Look up ethos and whatever it says, select it. And you want to get in that system. We're going to be talking about that tonight. That's right there is going to make some of y'all millionaires. Y'all ain't hear me. I said that right there alone is going to make some of y'all millionaires.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't say it's gonna make some of y'all 6 figures. I said it's gonna make some of y'all millionaires, and some of y'all already millionaires. Some of y'all thousandaires, some of y'all hundredaires, right? But it's gonna make some of y'all millionaires, regardless of where you are. Just that connection. So we're gonna be talking about that tonight. Big game changer. So opportunities, though. I started researching how do investors look at opportunity, right? You start talking about these angel investors, you're talking about the Shark Tanks and people who invest. What do they do when they're looking at investment? So a lot of us, sometimes, the level of our investment opportunities could be based off of the money we got, right? And sometimes we may not have the big money, right? So I can go buy some stocks and some things and stuff like that. And that's the level we're investing in. But I'm talking about when you start looking at, one of the things I learned when my coach said, he said, Eric, and he didn't say it directly to me because I watched it on a video. So to be honest, I watched a YouTube video. But it felt like he's talking to me. I felt like he's talking to me. And I put the video in our group. So some of y'all need to watch the group from Myron Golden. But he said, if you want to know how to get rich, 2 steps. He said, I'm going to show you how to get rich in 2 steps. Y'all ready? Should I give y'all the 2 steps to keep that's a whole nother training?
Give us the 2 steps.
All right, I'm going to give y'all the 2 steps. I see, Tawana, what's that mean? That mean give it to us? All right, so I'm going to stop messing with you. All right, so I'm going to give y'all the 2 steps. The 2 steps, he said, study rich people. Study, y'all. Don't just peep at it. Study rich people and watch what they do. I'm giving you steps. Study rich people and watch what they do and then do it. He said, study rich people, watch what they do and do it. For example, he said, shop at the stores they shop at. We'll go where the rich people shop at those stores. Where they eat at those stores, right? Go to the places where rich people go and do what they do. He said, study rich people and do what they do. Are y'all with me? Study rich people and do what they do. He said, man, it sounds hokey pokey. He said, I'm just saying that's what I did. He said, sound hokey pokey, but it sounds like, is that what it is? Study and watch what they do and then do what they do. The second thing he said, study poor people. Study poor people, study broke people. And guess what? You're right there. Don't do what they do. Study poor people, don't do what they do. He said, you talk poor people, they playing video games, they're at the movie, they're entertainment. He said, most poor people, they're usually not at the games, they're watching the game. Why? The rich people are typically at the game. They're at the box office. They're going, why? Because they can afford to go. He said, most poor people are watching sports and they can't afford to go and they can't even afford to watch it. He said, why are you watching sports when you can't afford? You're going to movies. You're doing things to make you feel good. See, we do a lot of things to make us feel good instead of actually being good. Are y'all with me? There's a difference between feeling good and being good. How many of y'all are here to be good, not just feel good or look good? Like, I don't want to feel rich. I need to be rich. Are y'all with me? Leaving a legacy. Stevens talked about it when it's real to you. See, when it's real to you, that I got to leave a legacy for my kids. The Bible says a good man should leave a heritage for his children's children. So that means I got to become a good man. And so I got to leave something for my children's children. My father's passed on. He left a legacy, but not was a legacy of money. He left some hard work, some ethics, some education. He did what he best he could do. Because he didn't get a chance. He didn't have internet. He didn't get a chance to be around a lot of rich people and do what they did. Are y'all with me? He was around a lot of middle class and he did what they did. He was a middle class leader. Are y'all with me? He didn't have access, but today we got access. I can Google what rich people, I can see the rich people. You with me? Now you got to be careful because there's a lot of fake richers out there online acting like this their private jet and acting like that's their car and whatever. So you got a lot of people fronting, but study them and do what they do. I'm just telling y'all that's a clue. Study them, do what they do, right? They spend their money investing into business. This week I took my daughter to Georgetown, and while I was in Georgetown, we just happened to. I don't know if she want to go to Georgetown, so we just happened to be in Georgetown, and then she sent me a picture. She said, "Dad, I just met Kim Kardashian, or however you spell her name. I'm like, huh? Really? But she was in, and I was like, she was in the store, and it was just nobody. Her and her girlfriend got taking pictures with her before all the paparazzi in the crowd came. They just had to be in front of the store. But Kim Kardashian's rich, and guess what? She got a store. And I'm like, why she choose this store later on called Skins? I'm just shouting her out for you. Later on, I found out why, because she actually owns that store. I'm like, I thought it was just some random store. They just happened to be in front of the store that she owns, and she just so happened to pull up at her store. She's like, my first time taking a look at my store. See, rich people invest into stores. Are y'all with me? She got locations, she got stores, they invest into businesses. How many of y'all doing what they doing right now? Treating your business like a business. Are y'all with me? See, they understand something. We invest into business, so we're doing what they do. So now, with that being said, I started studying, okay, How do they recognize investments then? So when I'm saying this, how do rich people, how they look when they look at investment? Stacey, talk to us. They got a handout.
I love what you're saying, and I believe what you're saying. My question is, I have no money, and I would
Oh,
like
no,
to go ahead. I'm sorry.
I love it. I love it. We're going to study them, do what they do. But guess what they do, Stacey? They invest
What?
into businesses. And guess what you just did?
What?
You invest into yourself, starting a business. Even it didn't cost you no money to get started to fill out the AOA agreement, did it?
No.
Come on. See, we're balling on a budget, as the young people would say. We're doing the same thing they do without having to spend the millions of dollars. We get to invest into a company. Magic Johnson spent over $100+ million buying an insurance company. Guess what? He's rich. Guess what we did? You spent an application, 10 minutes on an application, and you now got an opportunity to invest into a $1 million, multi-million-dollar, soon to be billion-dollar insurance company and get equity ownership by using sweat equity. Are y'all with me? See, that's what this whole thing's about, Stacey, so you can recognize the opportunity. Are you with me?
I'm with you.
That's what I want, because see, some of us don't recognize what we got. So I'm glad you said that. Mr. Holston, talk to me.
Eric, real quick to Stacy's point, I remember saying that, and I was then told by someone who is wealthy, there's a difference between being broke and being poor, because there's a lot of six-figure earners who are broke, but they're not poor, right? Poor is a self-inflicted thing, and that's why if you took all the wealth, now how true this is, I don't know. I'm saying if you took all the wealth and distributed it evenly across the U.S., eventually the wealthy people will become wealthy again, the poor people will be poor again because of the mindset. So that stuck with me because I've been broke. It's fine, but as long as you're going somewhere. But when you're poor, you're kind of just
Yeah,
doomed
some people say
to
poor
your
pass
own
no
devices.
opportunities regularly. Hold on 1 second, money. Let me get to the point real quick because I got limited time. We're gonna catch you on the recap, okay? Write that thought down. So, but that's what it said. So he said study poor people and don't do what they do. So I want to go back to investing. How do investors look at opportunities? One, I got 8 things. Y'all want to give them y'all all 8 real quick, or y'all want to slow it down? Give it real quick or slow it down? Because if I slow it down, we're going to have to roll it over. We're going to roll over anyway, but y'all want them now?
Give it real quick.
Real quick.
All right, real quick. Number 1, they look at market trends, okay? They do market trend analysis. So you can say market trend analysis. Number 1, market trend analysis. They do an analysis on the markets. They look at market trends. All right. This is how investors, how they recognize an opportunity. They look at the market trends. Number 2, they look at the problem-solving potential. What is the problem-solving potential? See, investors start to understand it's got to solve a problem. What is the problem-solving potential? So number 1 is the market trends. Number 2, market trend analysis. Number 2 is the problem-solving potential. What is the potential to solve problems? Number 3 is the scalability and growth potential. What is the scalability and growth potential? Investors are looking at, can I scale this and can it grow? What's the scalability and growth potential? That's number 3, scalability and growth potential. Are y'all with me? Number 4, strong management team. Investors are going to look at the management team. Strong management team. Number 4, strong management team. Strong management team. Now, Naja usually puts this in the chat, but she's driving, so some of y'all somebody's probably typing it down for you. Eric Robinson got his hand up. Who's it? Number 5, competitive advantage. They want to know, do you got a competitive advantage? That when they're looking at an opportunity, does this opportunity create a competitive advantage? Like, are you doing the same thing that everybody else is doing, right? Does this business model, this company, whatever I'm investing into, even sharks, do you got a competitive advantage? Or do you got a patent on it? Is this something you can do? Otherwise, somebody else can just come take advantage of it. Number 3, ooh, this is big. The financial health. They're going to look at the financial health, all right? They do a financial assessment. So financial assessment, number 3. Number 6 is financial assessment, all right? So number 6 is financial assessment or financial health, however you want to look at it. They look at the numbers. And there's no special, these are not in orders. Number 6, financial health, the financial assessment, however you want to word it. Number 7, the risk versus rewards. They look at the risk versus the rewards. What is my risk? What is the rewards? The risk versus the rewards, right? The risk versus the rewards. And number 8, their personal alignment with the investment. Their personal alignment with the investment, right? The personal alignment with the investment. Like, is this something that aligns with my what do you call it? The way I operate. Does this align with my core values?
Values.
Right? So it's the values. That's what you can look at. You can say number 8 is the values. Number 8 is the values. So I hope y'all got this. I raised my hand.
Can you get the title one more time?
The title would be How Investors Recognize Opportunities. How do they recognize opportunities? These are the criteria that investors use. When I started studying, I looked at a lot of different things, and I looked at a lot of different resources. How do investors recognize opportunity? What are the things they look at, right? What are the things they look at? And then I kind of compiled it and said, hey, let me look at some of the things that I found that kind of came over and over again. So, and now the reason I want to talk to us about this was we have an opportunity, but are we approaching this like an investor? Or are we approaching this like a job? See, are we approaching this like this is an opportunity, an investment opportunity? Or are we approaching this like this is an employment opportunity, right? See, somebody getting employed to a typical job, McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, Burger King, it don't matter. It can be IBM. They may look at it a certain way. Like, I know this is my job, I'm going to be here, and this is the job I'm going to be at. But do they look at this as an investment? Some people look at jobs the same way, though. They look at this, hey, they put the same criteria on their job. The more professional their job is, the higher the income. They usually put these type of requirements on it. Some people just go work a job, just gonna work a job, right? Bam, I'm out here. What's the deal? They may say, I got to go drive Uber. I drove Uber before. Hey, I didn't look at it for an investment opportunity. I wasn't an initial investor into Uber. I didn't look at the way I need to make some money. This is how I can make some money. I didn't go through and start saying, hey, what's the market trend analysis? I was like, yeah, okay. Am I going to get some hits? And my man said, yeah, Eric, you drive, you're going to get some hits. This area is dinging. So it kind of did a little bit of market trend analysis, right? So market trend analysis, but for overall, I didn't look at the problem they solved. I was like, what kind of problem did they solve? I didn't care. The problem was me. I wanted some money. Can they solve my problem? So I guess I did. It was a different outlook. Are y'all with me? So I just wanted to let y'all understand. So we're going to look at this Xperia, our business, over the next couple of days. We're going to look at it from an investment standpoint, as an investor, as a business owner. And when I say investor, you can replace investor with business owner, because business owners is investing into the business. Because a lot of times we say, hey, y'all, treat this like a business. And I think me and you, Derek, had that conversation like, but what does that mean? Treat it like a business. What does that mean? We say treat it like a business. I have a little bit of advantage. I've been a business owner in multiple businesses. I've owned franchises, and I got a degree from the University of Maryland and learned from the School of Business and Finance, and I ran other people's businesses for 16 years. I ran multiple, $1 million businesses in the car dealerships for 16 years. So I have a little bit understanding when somebody says treat it like a business. I have a little bit understanding than the average person, and maybe some of y'all. But what does that mean if you haven't had that years of experience, right? If you haven't got 10 years of college like I did, even though it's only a 4-year degree, but that's another story, right? But if you haven't had 16 years running somebody else's business, you with me? Working with the owners. What if you just showed up to the job? How do you now say treat like a business? We hear Hollywood, your version is going to be from Hollywood. So I want to give you all a real version of that. And so that's what we're going to be talking about over the next 2 days. And here, tune in, because I really want you to break down this part of it. And when you understand this piece, you'll start running your business like a business, because now you know how to run it like a business. It always was a business. You just didn't have the skill set to be able to do it. And once I give you the skill set and the knowledge, now you can have the confidence to go out there and explode your business, taking it to 6 figures in 6 months. So because some of y'all 6 figures in 6 months, like, okay, Derek said the 3x5, but it's a little bit overwhelming. The 3x5, we simplified it. 3x5, y'all. I don't know which way it goes. This way. Did I just do the same thing? I did just do the same thing. Anyway. Oh. 3 by 5. There it is.
Wakanda forever, Eric.
3 by 5. So, it's gonna make sense. Are y'all with me? So with that being said, it's Monday. Couple of quick announcements. Team huddle tonight, 7 p.m. Get everybody on, y'all. I'm telling you, this right here alone is the 6-figure, 7-figure information tonight. This right, and you don't have to be good. Here's the thing. You don't have to be good to do this next move. You just got to do the move. Do y'all realize? Marcella, are you able to talk? I know you drive, you're moving around. Right, she's moving around. But if she could talk, she could tell you. Maybe I'm gonna save it for tonight. Y'all go wait till tonight. Get them on Experience Life, 7 p.m. Everybody. Derek, I'm telling Nancy, get everybody. They need to be on this call tonight. Also, Leaders on Tap. Today at 2 p.m. Get your people on Leaders on Tap. I'm not sure who's going to be doing the Leaders on Tap today. Anybody know who's going to be hosting Leaders on Tap? It's 2 p.m. and you got to register. So I don't have the direct letter. Oh, hold on. Young Money is going to be doing this. Maya is going to be hosting Leaders on Tap. She's a Young Money Millionaire Executive Director. Zay, if you're on, we were just talking about her. She's now hosting Leaders on Tap.
Oh, wow. 21 years old.
21 years
goodness.
old. 21 years old. She's running the whole training for the whole entire company. Y'all, she's on fire. I'm telling you.
Love it, love it, love it.
She's taking this thing by storm, right? She's like, I'm set up. So Zay, everybody get y'all Young Money Millionaires. You got some young folks. They need to be on Leaders on Tap today because she's now taking this thing and saying, hey, I'm showing you, I'm in the spotlight, I'm doing it. So let's go get it. So with that being said, recap, I'm officially turning over. Mr. Gandy, do you mind breaking it down for us again today and taking a recap, sir?
Okay. Well, thank you for giving me the opportunity. And I'd like to thank each and every one of you for joining us on this morning inspirational call. And I can't help but say thank you. There was a great leadership choice in the stand-in for our one and only morning meetup moderator and Miss Takesha Carr. You are born to be ED, honing your skills. They are already there. So I'm just looking forward to seeing you on the top doing your thing. For sure. With that being said, anyone that is ready to give their recaps on all of these wonderful morning nuggets, I know we got some folks in the paint, and we had a hand up earlier that was none other than the newest on the line, Miss Stacy, and then following that, we'll be going with Mr. Money. So Miss Stacy, I saw your hand up earlier. You still there?
Stacy had to leave.
Stacy had to leave. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Well, then we'll go right in line because we know Mr. Money was rating and he's fired up and ready to go. Give it to us.
Yes, sir. There's a couple different things I heard that they got me some things. The one thing that I learned from days of doing commission sales, you have to study the rich person. Because like when I was in a car dealership, right? I always talk to the people who did the most, who had the most production, did the most money, because I wanted to learn how they done it. If I've talked to a guy, if I sold 8 cars and they sold 30 cars, I talk to this guy, hey man, how do you do that? Because it makes me better from learning from the best. So if you learn from somebody that is the best and are strong in your field, that will make you better. The other thing that I was thinking that I heard that you said, you must look at your business like it's a big business. That's why the first thing he told me about his business, the first thing I said is, Oh, I'm getting a Bentley. I'm getting a Bentley because I'm always thinking big. Because if you ain't thinking big, you ain't thinking nothing. Because your goals should scare the living crap out you.
In seconds.
Because you have to think big. How you say, go, what we always used to say back in the day, Troy, think big or go
Go
home.
big or go home.
Go big or go home. You
That's
ain't going
it.
big, you got to go home. So you
Peace
got
be
to
with you.
be, I say you got to be big, baby. It got to be
All
big.
right. That's it, and that's all. Going on now to none other than the one and only phenomenal woman herself, Miss Dr. Teresa Day. Oh, Day. Get
Oh
it
my
right.
goodness.
Oh, Day.
Woo. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Today is hot.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
And Mr. Eric, I tell you, I thank you so much. First, and then secondly, Experior for helping me and many others that I am encountering to become not just consumers, but to be producers. Okay. And today you laid it out. Producers are the investors. And what do investors do? They are creators of businesses and opportunities for others, to do what? To fulfill their dreams. Their
Mm-hmm.
dreams.
All
So,
right, all right.
question
Good.
is, are you a producer? Are you an investor? Or you a consumer? That's my takeaway today. That's big to me. So there has to be a mindset that has to be shaped. That has to that has to shift for me big time. And that's how I can change my generations. Because we've always been consumers, workers, now producers. Thank you. That's my takeaway big time today.
All right, all right. And you've heard it from the doctor. And none other now than born to be ED. Born to be an ED. Miss Takesha Carr. Come on, give us yours.
Thank you, sir. I have a few takeaways. This call was just really, really good. I was talking sometime and I couldn't take all the notes, so I'm gonna be soliciting for Ms. Rita Brown. I'm gonna need a recap on, on rewind. But I did three nice bullet points. One was your connection and your network are two different things. That was really big for me. Broke and poor, not relative. So that was a different thing. You know, being broke is one thing, and being poor is, you know, typically mindset. So that was a biggie for me. And then one that just overall that came to mind when we started talking about how investors recognize opportunities, and sometimes we come into this business not thinking that it's an opportunity, and we don't treat it as a business. And one thing that I pride myself and I say over and over again, if I'm not building my business, I'm being recruited to build someone else's. So those are some things that I wanted just to interject.
All right, all right. You heard it from the born to be ED woman herself that's always taking it home. And now we're going to go to the man who is trained to take in a system, apply the system, work the system, and get the results out of the system. None other than Mr. Derek Holston, Marinepreneur. Come on with it.
All right. So very quickly, as always, a ton of valuable nuggets. And to recap just some of the takeaways. And by the way, Troy, yep, I'm implementing it, but it's taken a while. So don't let a hard head make a soft behind.
It's always a
Anyway,
process.
network versus connection is the difference in those, right? How your network comes from your connection and also leads to more connections. That really resonated with me because, anyway, I'm gonna move on as I got a minute. Study the rich or the successful, and that's absolutely true. According to, going with Money said, amen on that. Because when I was in the property management space, the reason why I did rank number one, because every time I went to a company, I found out who the top producer was, and I literally took my time on my days off to go and watch them and shadow them, unpaid. I just went on my own. right? So anyway, there's a lot of positive results that came out of that. And then going into, segueing into investor mentality, that was huge too, because we hear, investor, the four quadrants, what have you, but that investor mentality, that stuck today. So anyway, that was my recap, the takeaways, and hopefully that was under a minute, Mr. Troy. Thank you.
Awesome, awesome. Did a fine job, sir. And that gives us the one and only last hand. And last but not least, to bring it home for us, as she always does, nobody can do it better than our very own Experior paralegal, downtown Rita Brown.
Great morning, everybody. All right. Keep pushing, never give up. Keep following up. When things directly affect you, it hit different. Take your business serious. It is important that we keep reaching out to individuals to make sure they are properly covered. Be determined not to miss the morning huddle. Sacrifice. Here at Experior, we have multiple options for our clients. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. The system is the teacher. Follow the system 3 by 5. If you have friends with large networks and they are not interested in joining the business, leverage their network by getting referrals. Offer referral bonuses. Have you ever wondered if you're in the right place at the right time? Do you know you're in the right place? The power of networking. Think beyond yourself, not just A to B, but A, B, C, D, and on. Your network and connections are two different things. There are people in your network that you are not connected to. Master your network. Your network is your net worth. You know somebody and they may know somebody. Learn how to utilize or master your network. Training is coming for this. Opportunity that we have with Ethos is going to make some of us millionaires. How do investors look at opportunities? Being broke and poor are two different things. Poor is a mindset. Sometimes we base opportunities on the money we have. If you want to know how to get rich, study rich people. Watch what they do and do it. Go to places they go and do what they do. Study poor people and broke people. Don't do what they do. We do things to feel good, not be good. Be rich, not just feel rich. Rich people invest in businesses. We do the same thing by signing the AOA, and now we have an opportunity to invest in our business. How do investors recognize an opportunity? Number one, they look at market trends analysis. Number two, they look at problem-solving potential. Number three, scalability and growth potential. Number four, strong management team. Number five, competitive advantage. Number six, financial assessment. Number seven, risk versus rewards. Number eight, personal alignment with the investment, their values. We have an opportunity. Are we approaching it like it's an investment opportunity or a job opportunity? Look at Experior as a business owner. Treat it like a business. What does that mean? We'll learn how this week on the morning calls. Once you understand this, you will have the skills and the knowledge to explode your business.
Yes, Miss Rita Brown.
Rita Brown.
Yes,
Rita
yes,
Brown.
yes. I got to get Miss Rita to finally say when she finishes each and every day, that's it and that's all. Because she be on a roll that is so good, you get into it and you, okay, and she got some more, and she got some more, and she got some more. It's crazy.
That's it, and that's all.
I think everybody need to hold their pen up and just drop it.
Something. Tell me something. I tell you. All right. Once again, we'd like to thank each and every one of you for participating on this morning's inspirational call with all of our CEOs. We want to give it back up once again to none other than Miss Takesha Carr for hosting as a phenomenal woman, and Miss Rita Brown. So come off mute so they can feel your love. Come on, everybody. Let them have it.
Clap it up.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
It was a pleasure.
Hamburger.
Thank you.
Sir. Hamburger.
Indeed, indeed. Well represented. And now we get the chance to turn it back over to, for the final closing comments, none other than our local Experior GPS himself, the first certified ED, Executive Leadership Council member, and six-figure ring earner. Take us home, Mr. Erik Robinson.
All right, all right, all right. Woo! I like it, Troy. I like that, Rita. That's it, and that's all. Ooh, that's got to be a trademark. Whatever you want to do, Rita, you need a trademark close. I like
That's it. That's all.
I love it. Quick announcement just for y'all here. You're going to hear on the team call tonight. Save the date. Save the date. Our level up is going to be a Saturday and Sunday, November 16th and 17th. Save the date, November 16th and 17th. Here's the thing. Sean Reff is going to be there. We got to get Jamie there. But y'all, we got to get 200 plus. So we got to pack this house 200 plus strong. Here's the thing. I'm working. Me and Dr. Mary, I don't want to get in trouble. Sleep on the council. Me and Dr. Mary really worked really diligently. And we worked with Sean Refford, and we was on call, Sean, myself, Mary, and Jacques and Meredith. And so we was on the call. We really worked with corporate to try to push and drive this cost down. So as of now, we're looking, the tickets price is going to probably be under $30 for the 2-day event, with a lot of corporate sponsoring and support. So we're going to try to keep the ticket price under $30. There's going to probably be an early bird special price, right? Early bird special price and a ticket bundle price. So be on the lookout. Put your BOLO out. We will probably talk more about this tonight. I'm going to give it Dr. Mary. We'll talk more about this tonight. But the early bird pricing, we got to get 200. I'm thinking, here's the thing, this week, the 10-ticket challenge, we just talking about the 10-ticket challenge, and then you got to fill the seats. That gives us the end of October. Let's just go September, October, November. We got 3 months, y'all, to get. If you want to see your business go to another level, invest in 3 months. But we're probably gonna put a 10-ticket challenge out there. And I don't know. I'm speaking out of turn, but y'all got me so fired up. Rita got me so fired up. Troy y'all got me so fired up that I'm willing to put a 1-week 10-ticket challenge. You got to buy 10 packs and commit. But if we do that, it's probably going to be $20 per ticket, so it'll probably be $200. That's the lowest we ever done for a level up. By far. We want to make this thing so freaking amazing that it's so that you just got, I want to put y'all in a position to win. 6 figures in 6 months is not just a saying for me, y'all. It's real. This is not just a saying. I want y'all to understand something. This is a mission. So if I can convince Dr. Mary, she may be listening today. I don't know. But if I can convince her to go on a limb for the next week, to offer that 10 tickets for 200, 10 tickets for 200. If I can convince her that, that's probably a 50% saving. If I can convince her, how many of y'all will commit to it? Say, hey, you know, I'm in. How many of y'all commit and say I'm in? If I can get her to do 10.
I'm in.
Type in yes in the chat, because I need a little bit of backing. I need a little bit of backing on this. I need a little bit of backing on this one, y'all. The reason I'm saying I need some backing on this one, because the hotel and everything, even with support, we're gonna have to cover a lot. So I need some backing to get her to step up and lay down her open up her checkbook. So all right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, y'all. All right, I'm gonna hit her up. Hopefully she's listening tonight. Stay tuned. I'll give you all the information tonight on the team huddle. And for those not part of our organization who want to take a part of it, I'll let y'all know tomorrow what happens if she says yes. All right. If she says no, don't blame her. Blame me for stepping out of line. Okay. So I'm just putting out there. If she says no, don't blame her. Just blame me for putting it out there without talking to her first. All right. So don't blame her for you know, not being the risk taker, the risk versus reward. Don't blame her for not being number 7. Okay. Don't y'all go back to the notes and try to put it on Dr. Mary, right? But y'all blame me for being a loudmouth. So with that being said, love y'all. CEO Leaders on Tap.
You got a hand up, Erik.
Oh, we got a hand up. Takesha, talk to us.
Yes, just a team reminder, the last Level Up conference, our CEO talked pure trash about where we were. I was highly offended. He said for the second year,
Yep,
our
me
Level
too.
Up conference had not grown much. And it is our job to pack the seats with 200 people. There's 36 of us. We can do 200 people.
Yeah, you know, and then you got Texas Tech all talking. Yeah, we going 400. We going 300-400. And then you had the people in San Antonio. I know they came with a whole group, but he just left San Antonio, and they had like 400 or 500 people at their event. And now I get it. This guy been in for 20 years, and he had a lot of people, so he had a head start. But we don't need the ICO coming talking trash to us. I don't know about y'all, but I some of us felt offended. I know Tony Burke, like Erik, I took that person. I heard what he said. So with that being said, that's why I'm like,
no.
hold on.
You know, put my name out there. The only way we can do that special is if we can get 300 seats, butts in a seat. The place we can grow up to 500, but if we can guarantee 300 seats, then we can do that special.
Let's do it.
Let's grow. Let's go.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's get it. Let's go.
Look at his face.
I'm committed.
I'm committed too.
You be looking at people with big eyes, Erik. I look at you with your big old eyes, all big like that stuff, man.
She don't usually pop into my studio. So that was like, okay.
She said it. That's it. That's all.
300.
That's it. 300. Let's go.
Have a great day, everybody.
Good job, Turkey.
Good night. Have a good day.
Get it.